I'm very amused this week, baby. And the two Premier League telling them there. Lo and behold, West Ham. Advanced versions. But yeah, we'll let you know more. Yeah. There's like a supermarket. Lewis, is there any way? There might be some. I think they agreed to stay like tea, coffee. So yeah, if we want. Yeah, I'll just. Yeah. Lewis. They've got one on that side, just so we don't have to do a full stretch. Don't you injuring yourself? That's a list. Hello.
Hello.
Hi everyone, welcome to our Matchday -1 press conference to preview tomorrow's game against Elfsborg. No embargoes on this section. A couple of questions each and use a microphone provided. Jeremy.
Yeah, hi Ange, great to see you. We saw Mickey van der Ven out there training today. Is he okay to play again finally? And can you say anything about the fitness of Sarr, Romero and Maddison?
I can say everything that you asked for. Yeah, okay, team use-wise, yeah, probably easier to go with who's coming in at the moment. Yeah, Mickey's good. He's good to go, so we'll try and get him some match minutes tomorrow. That's the plan. See how much we can get out of him tomorrow. But yeah, he's good to go. He's had a good sort of week, 10 days training with the team and in good condition. So he's fine. In terms of the other guys, Matt has got a calf strain, so he's probably 2 or 3 weeks for us. They picked that up sort of at the Hoffenheim game, which was a week ago almost. Pape's okay. He's still got a little bit of a niggle, but he's okay to and available. Biss is available. I think that's it for tomorrow night at this stage. Are we doing translating?
No.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
A lot's been written and said after Sunday, an ugly defeat and the fans aren't happy. How much pressure are you feeling going into this game?
Me personally, no different to any other game, mate. It's a game we want to win, and we'll go into it with the same intent. And it's a competition we've done really well in to be in a great position, and we want to solidify that position, finish in the top 8. So that's in our hands tomorrow night. A win makes it certain. The draw's probably going to be good enough as well. And I think finishing the top 8 for us is hugely important because A, it gives us a good foothold in the tournament, but also gives us a couple of weeks where we don't have midweek games, which at this point where we're at is really important.
And what would your message be to angry Spurs fans who weren't happy after Sunday?
My message would be to all Spurs fans, because I represent them all, not just the angry ones that you're referring to or maybe you're talking to. All Spurs fans is that, you know what, we're working hard to turn this around. Obviously, we know the situation, notwithstanding the fact that the possibilities and opportunities in in the second half of the season are still very much in our hands to capitalise on and still make it a successful season. Thanks, bud.
Ali.
Yeah, Kuti's still a bit of a slow burner. We're just mindful his injury is a bit different and he's still got to tick a few boxes. So, not sort of for the horizon at the moment in terms of, this weekend. We'll see how it goes after.
Throughout this injury crisis, do you see a physio coming to you some news and running the other direction?
No, it's well chronicled. Look, some of it. Look, obviously early in the year it was a different issue. Earlier in the year we were kind of dealing with some issues around guys coming back and getting injured. But sort of since probably late November, it's been logical that with the workload of the players that we're going to get some niggles along the way and people picking up things and that's I think a natural consequence, and it's not something that really we could do much about, obviously. So it hasn't been something that you're kind of surprised by.
Very quickly on Young, it looks like he's heading on like 50 yard. Just wonder if you can explain the thinking behind it.
Just give him a chance to settle into a new culture, new environment, new league, new country. A whole range of things. He's very young, and we feel like he needs to kind of be allowed to settle in. And with our current situation, the last thing I want to do is throw in another young player. We've got enough that we're exposing, and they're doing awfully well. He's obviously a long-term investment for the football club, and we just got to do the right thing by him.
Ian.
Hi, Ange, how are you?
Good, mate.
I can't imagine too many times in your career you've been under this sort of pressure, this sort of scrutiny where people are literally saying every week after you have a performance which yields a defeat that you're maybe lucky still to be in a job. How are you dealing with that on a personal basis?
Not you, though, Ian. You're still rock solid. You're okay. Yes, no? Are you still rock solid by me, mate? Or...
I don't know. I mean...
Oh, you don't know? Okay, I've lost you as well.
I
thought you'd be the last one standing for me, mate. If I've lost you, I must be in trouble. It doesn't affect me. It never has. It never will. My view on my role has never been about self-preservation or security. It's about trying to achieve, and I'm still in the position where we can do that. You suggest there's a running commentary on me at the moment, which is not surprising considering our league position. I don't have to sort of respond to that or get involved in that. It just doesn't interest me. It doesn't affect me. What is important to me is I have the responsibility to, as I said, people can choose to ignore it, but we're in a great position to still achieve something really special this year. I'm going to push this group of players and everyone at the club to not lose sight of the fact that this is a tough spot we're in, but the possibilities of us doing something special are still there. If we work our way through it.
100%. You could win 3 trophies, and you're in a good position in the League Cup and obviously in this competition as well. And given all that, are you a little bit? I'm going to choose my words carefully here. Do you think you've had enough backing from the board this January so that you can push on and deliver those trophies?
I think I've said all along is that everyone's trying their utmost. I don't think anyone's working against me. I don't think anyone wants me to fail. I think everyone genuinely at the football club, I think I said after the weekend that, in this kind of situation, it's a tough gig being a manager because you can be very isolated, you can be very vulnerable. I don't feel that. I think the playing group, the people I work with, are doing their utmost to try and help me, guide us through this. I don't feel like anyone's blocking that. From my perspective, again, my focus firmly on the things I can control, and what I can control is making sure I'm preparing a team for a really big game tomorrow night. Thanks, mate.
On that front, every press conference during this window we've asked about transfer.
Yeah.
How, a few days left now, how confident are you at this point that something's going to happen?
Look, again, I'd be disingenuous if I said anything other than right now there's nothing imminent, but that doesn't mean that there isn't opportunities being explored. Now, again, traditionally, the last few days of any window tend to be pretty frenetic. I'd expect us to be involved in that. Does that mean anything will get concluded? I can't commit to that because, again, I'm a bit of a distance from it, but the information and the dialogue I have is that we're exploring all the opportunities to see if we can like I keep saying, bring some help in for the players.
There were some figures that came out last week regarding money in the club and particularly on wages being less than some of your competitors, how much you're spending on them. How difficult a challenge is it going up against those competitors if they're spending more on wages?
Again, I'd be overstepping my mark if I started commenting on that because I think I said to you last week, I think it was you, Tom, that I'm not within proximity of the financials to be able to give a real clear answer on that. It's not, it's not something that I have any exposure to. I wouldn't be able to know, how our wage bill stacks up against anybody else's. I've always felt where every club I've been, I've never asked those questions. That doesn't mean I haven't known because, some clubs do volunteer that and give you a clear picture. What I do understand is that, and all I kind of focus on is that right now, where the club is trying, everything in its power to get somebody in, or at least some help in for the players, and that's where kind of my focus in the broader topic about finances and that. I think it's better that other people at the club speak about that.
Just finally, Mickey coming back. What does he bring to this team? Bring him in, and how wary are you of bringing him straight back in, given got injured against Chelsea?
I'm not wary because he's got to come back at some stage. Like we can keep him kind of training forever and never play, and then he'll never get injured. No, that's not how it works. We've done everything in our power. We did last time too. I think last time, the thing we kind of, he probably played more than he should have in that first game. And again, in hindsight, the circumstances around that game, without rewriting history, were pretty challenging anyway. So, but he's ticked every box. He's worked awfully hard. He's been given clearance by the medical team. Invariably, when you've had one injury and re-injured, you're always going to take a conservative approach, which we have. So, but at some stage he's got to play. What we've got to do, make sure, is just manage his minutes now to give him every chance to sort of grow into it. But he's enormous for us because he's a fantastic player. B, with a lot of these guys who will come back, they're just champing at the bit to help. So there's an energy there, there's a positivity there. So if the other guys who have been on the grind for a while, just having him, like I said, just having him training is a boost, and having him out there tomorrow, I think, even for our supporters, it just gives you some energy, renewed energy that I think, particularly the group of players, the core group of players who've got us through the last sort of 2.5 months, I think it gives us an enormous lift. Really happy to have him back. I think tomorrow night's a good game for him to sort of get back into it as well. European football's a good way to sort of reintegrate him in, and I'm sure he'll do well.
Jay.
Hi, and sorry if I didn't hear you talk about him earlier, but is there an update on Jed Spence?
Jed will be fine for the week. He's not available tomorrow, so I was just talking about tomorrow's team. But
I just mean because he missed the game. Is he okay? He's
he'll
recovered
be fine for the weekend. But him and Reggie obviously aren't involved for tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Frida, please.
Hi, Ange.
Hi.
I wanted to ask about Lucas Baival. He's obviously been given a lot of responsibility of late. How would you say he's dealt with that pressure and demands of playing at this level?
Outstandingly well. It's we lose sight of the fact that he's only 18 years old, but also his previous senior experience was in the Swedish league, so he's coming to a different league. Obviously, a step up in the league level, a different country, different environment. As an 18-year-old, for him to be taking such a massive responsibility on his shoulders to not only play but also try and make an impact for the team, I think has been outstanding. I'll keep saying that as tough as it's been tough and it still is tough. We're going to get so much benefit from the likes of him and Archie coming through this, really not like 18-year-olds, but like men sort of wanting to help the club through this process. Is that once we hit some calmer waters, then we'll truly see them even flourish even more. But he's been outstanding. It's a credit to him as much as a person as it is as a player that he's tackling this in the way he has.
And on another Swedish player of yours, Dejan Kulusevski, we know he's been great for you on the pitch, but how important has his qualities as a leader been out off the pitch?
Yeah, hugely so. I kind of said that was the other sort of area of growth for us, because we obviously, we lost. We haven't had sort of Vicario and Romero, who were part of our leadership group for large chunks of the season. It's fallen on sort of Sonny and Matta's shoulders to carry that load. And I think through this time, Decky and Solanke in particular, I thought both of them, both with their performances, but also just, with their general kind of demeanour around the place, have really taken on the responsibility of leading us through this. And Decky's been outstanding, both with his football, but also with his mentality. And again, it's a great area for us of growth, because when all our players come back, I'm sure that they're going to feel like they've grown through this period as well. In a difficult season, Decky's has been outstanding all year and really important for us.
Final one, please.
Hi, Ange. What can you say about the opposition tomorrow, Elfsborg?
Yeah, look, obviously a bit different scenario for them. For us, they've kind of had their off-season, so they've probably got a hell of a lot of enthusiasm, looking forward to a new season. They had a great result last week against Nice, and a good team, well structured, well organised, hard working, pretty direct in their play, so they're going to challenge us with their style of play. They're in a good position again to make the knockout stages of Europa as well, which will be a great achievement for them. So it'll be a good challenge for us tomorrow night.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, mate, but I am gutted, I'll be honest.
One, two. Good afternoon, everyone. We'll take questions for Dejan Kulusevski for around 10 minutes, and we'll try and get through as many questions as we can in this time. Any answers given by Dejan in Swedish will be translated into English by an interpreter. We'll take questions from the floor, and if you could please use the microphones provided.
Dejan, great to see you. Ange has just been saying that despite what's happening in the Premier League, you can still do something special this season in the cup competitions, the Europa League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Do you agree with him?
Yeah, I agree with him. And 3 cups, we're doing really well in the cups, so it's easy to focus on the league. But we're doing really well in the cups. Tomorrow's an important game, and if we win, we pass to the next round. So I think we can do big things this last 4 months.
And he's also been calling you an outstanding leader in the team, a really important player this season. Why is Ange Postecoglou still the right manager for Spurs, do you think?
Because we had games where we showed perfect football that not many teams can play in the world. So, you know, we played beautiful games against United, City away 4-0. So, you know, I think he's the right man. We play for him. We want to win for him. And to be honest, we have a little bit same ideas, because I'm very positive as a guy. I always want to play that football that he wants. So I have to fight for him, because I believe in that football too. So, yeah, I think he's the right man.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm alright. I'm surviving.
Same
in terms of recent form, though, recent form has been poor. You've lost a lot of games. How easy is it to keep the faith in what the manager wants you to do, in your own positivity? Because there's a lot of outside noise about whether or not there should be a new manager, whether or not the team should be playing so attacking.
Yeah, opinions change. It's not for me. I don't listen to no one, because I know the truth. I see the truth from my side. It's not important what people say. It has never been, actually. But like you said, league is very bad. League is very bad, and also the game on Sunday it was tough to lose. But I think that you have to stay clear-minded and focus on the goals. And we have done mistakes. Don't get me wrong. We have done a lot of mistakes. I think we're 11 fit players. We're almost 10 fit players on 4 competitions. That's not okay, and that's why the team is paying that price in the league, especially with that many games and no players. So that's what I can tell you. Like, you can look at the manager, you can look at the players, but I think it's bigger than that. It's everything involved.
And because of your recent form, I was reminded recently by a friend of mine, Swedish journalist, that I went to a game a few years ago, Arsenal against Östersund, and I thought there's no way Arsenal can lose, but they did. Tomorrow, I'm thinking there's no way Spurs can lose against their opponents, but it could happen. How do you guard against that because of what's happened recently?
Everything can happen in life. Everything can happen. It has happened much stranger things than that. So we respect the opponent, and we know it's gonna be a game. It's gonna be a tough game, like all the games of football, and we have to win. We have to win, of course, to make us through the next round, which is very important, because I think that we have the chance to go very far in the tournament. In all of the tournaments we're still in. So very important game tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Hi, Decky. You said in the past that you like pain, you like to suffer and things like that. Right now, is this the most you've ever had to suffer, every 3 days playing a game?
No, it's not suffering. It's not suffering. I tell you, in the league, losing that many games, that is suffering. I think it's very hard on me, losing games. I don't accept it. But I still have to see the bigger picture. Like I said, I still think that we can do amazing things, because we're left in 3 cups, and that's where my focus is, So like I tell you, it's a balance. It's suffering, but at still time, I'm still positive, and I still see the opportunities we have.
Obviously, the manager calling you a leader and things like this. Obviously, you become a father recently as well. Have you kind of feel like you're developing as a person as well, not only on football but away from football?
I felt that this year I'm taking huge steps, especially in that type of way. I'm thinking much more about things I should think about. I don't give energy to what is written or who's talking. That don't mind me anymore like it used to before, and that took energy from me. And then, like you said, being a father it just changes everything. Like, all of this is nothing. I do my best. I do 6, 7 hours, 8 hours of work every day, and the rest is just my daughter I'm thinking about. So she helps me, and she's wonderful, and that she helped me a lot as growing as a guy.
Tjena Dejan. Hur ska det bli att möta ett svenskt motstånd?
Det ska bli kul. Tror jag bara mött Malmö en gång tidigare och nu ska jag få möta Elfsborg, så det kommer vara kul att de får komma hit och prova på att möta oss. Men det kommer en viktig match och en tuff match som jag helst vill vinna.
So what's going to be like for you to meet a Swedish team? Well, it's going to be great fun. We've met Malmö FF before and now Elfsborg, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a challenge, it's going to be tough, but it's also going to be fun to see what they can do when they come over here and meet us.
Kan du säga någonting om Lukas framfart den senaste månaden?
Det är jättebra att han spelar väldigt mycket. Och det är fantastiskt för han i den åldern att få spela så mycket och gå igenom det här. Så det här är det bästa som kunde ha hänt han, att få spela vecka in, vecka ut. Och han har gjort fina prestationer, speciellt mot Liverpool var han otroligt bra. Så jag är stolt över han och riktigt stolt över han. Han håller på att ta steget väldigt bra och han lär sig varje dag. Jag försöker lära han allt jag kan. Och han gör det riktigt bra.
And what can you say about Lucas and his performance and development? I think he's doing great. He's playing a lot, and he's fantastic for him at that age to be able to play and play so much. And he's had a great performance, especially against Liverpool. I'm very proud of him, and I'm trying to teach him, and he's learning and developing every day.
Hi, Decky. Just one of the answers you had earlier, you said you can look at the manager, you can look at the players, but it's bigger than that. Can you just elaborate what you mean exactly by that?
We play 3 games a week with 9-10 players. You know, that's all I need to say. It's nothing more than that. I think it's everybody's got to watch the picture and ask themselves how we came this far. That's it.
What, in terms of the squad being big enough, or what do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. We are 11 players playing 3 games a week for a long period, and I don't see any other team do that. That's the only thing that we should look at.
And just finally, at the weekend, in the game, there was obviously a lot of anger in the fans in the stands. Just wondering, do the team feel it on the pitch, or are you just in the zone when you're playing a match, or can you hear what's going on around you?
Of course, you feel an energy, you feel a vibe on the pitch, and I understand that they are frustrating, and of course, it's even more frustrating for us players. But yeah, I understand it, and you can feel, of course, when the energy is not at the best, you know. But that's life. You got to deal with it. You got to find ways to win, because that's what winners do in the end. Whatever happens to them, they try to find a way.
Hi Dejan. You said just there to Tom about this not being okay. You've been going 3 games, playing every 3 days with 9 or 10 players. We're at the end of January now. As a squad, are you surprised that you haven't brought any players in apart from the goalkeeper?
That's not on me. They're asking the wrong guy. I'm playing. I'm doing everything I can for the possibilities. So yeah, it's not in my control.
Decky, can I ask, regarding the atmosphere in the stadium on Sunday, the fans are singing a new song about you, which expresses their love for you, but not for the chairman. How do you feel about that?
I'm just playing football, and if they see what I give, everything I give, and if they appreciate it, then it's even better, then I'm happy that I'm getting love for them, and that's it.
Hej Dejan. Du säger ju själv att du är en väldigt positiv person. Hur gör man för att hålla uppe stämningen i omklädningsrummet och sådär när resultaten går emot en? Finns det någonting du gör specifikt också?
Ja, det är en otroligt svår fråga du ställer. Såklart är det inte de bästa tiderna när det går dåligt i ligan, som jag sa. Så jag tror man måste leda av exempel. Jag tror att om du går till gymmet tidigare, om du går till gymmet innan träningen börjar och att folk ser dig där, så kan de också tänka okej, vi kanske också borde göra det. Så bara leda av exempel hela tiden och hålla dig borta från allt som har med negativitet att göra. Så fokusera på att göra rätt saker och hoppas att människor gör också det.
So you said that you're a positive person. How do you keep that up when things are hard and the results are bad? Well, it's a difficult question. but you try to keep it up, you know, in the changing rooms, and you try to lead by example. And when things are going bad, like it is in the league, then you're trying to be a good example and perhaps go to the gym a bit earlier, and you try to show other people that you're doing it, and maybe they see you, they think, okay, we will do that too. So be a good example and lead, and stay away from everything negative, because I think then you have better result.
We'll make this the last one with Dan, please.
Hi, Dan. It sounds like from what you're saying and from what Ange said, there's real belief in the squad that you could win a cup competition this year. I just wonder, is there a danger that you guys are taking your eye off the Premier League, because the Premier League form has been really poor of late?
No, it's not a danger, but like you said, we really believe that we have a lot to play for in these 4 months, in these 3 different competitions. And no, it's not that we're taking the eyes off of the league, absolutely not. You know, the dream is still to do very good in these 3 competitions, win as much as possible as you can, and then in the league climb up. And we're getting some players back now, you know, they're very close to playing, and they're very good players, so they will give us a hand. So, you know, the right thing is just to keep going and starting to win tomorrow, and then go on to Brentford.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's really good.
Lycka till.